So today will be my very first time flying the new DJI Mini 2. I have it right here with me. I have never flown it before, so I have zero expectations, but I'm going to fly for a little bit, change a couple of locations, and then get back to you with my first impressions, what I think about it, and what you can expect from me on this channel with the Mini 2. Let's go. Of course, these are only my initial impressions, and I'm sure this can change. The more I fly the drone, the more I try it in different situations, the better the chance is to see it in a different light. However, I do think it's important to share my first thoughts after trying the DJI Mini 2 and why I was a little bit underwhelmed after trying it out. One of the first things I noticed was the fact that even though the drone uses OcuSync 2.0, the signal was quite sketchy. Around 300 meters away, I got my first signal breakup, a black screen, and a very laggy screen on my phone. There was a huge latency between what I was doing and what I was seeing on the screen. So maybe it was some type of interference, but I had direct visibility with the drone and I was about 300 meters away, so I don't see why this was happening. Again, I don't think this is the case for the Mini 2, like it's not going to be able to fly further away than 300 meters. So I will test it out in different places and do a very in-depth OcuSync 2.0 test. However, this first impression was a bit negative for me. Another big thing that happened that I disliked about the Mini 2 was the fact that I had issues with the gimbal. And I know many people are complaining about these same issues, and they are mostly due to the fact that the Mini 2 now has the option to deal with higher winds, higher speed winds. So to do that, the tilt of the drone has been increased to 40 degrees, I believe. So it means that the drone, when it's moving forward, is going to tilt a little bit more compared to the Mini 1, for example. And this creates a problem because when you're flying forward and the drone sits like this, it has an issue to keep the camera stable, horizontally stable, because it's tilted so much. And even though this is mostly happening in sport mode, to me it happened in P mode as well. So while the drone was moving forward, there was a sudden dip in the camera and in the gimbal itself. And that happened a couple of times without me doing anything different than usual. And without even going that quickly, it just dips down. As a matter of fact, my friend Ian from Ian in London made a really good video explaining this issue and how you can go around it. But to me, it's an unpleasant experience to have to deal with that just because of that extra pitch angle. I know it's made for a reason, so the Mini 2 can withstand higher speed winds. However, it wasn't that windy when I flew it, and I also wasn't in sport mode, and it happened anyway. And there's one more thing. When you tilt the camera downwards to 90 degrees and you're trying to record a bird's eye view shot, it seems like the drone is hitting an invisible wall and just refuses to go forward. Or if it moves forward, it does it very, very slowly. As soon as you tilt the camera up by just a couple of degrees, it starts going normally as it should, but it seems there is a problem with the 90-degree tilt, and that is, again, I assume because of that pitch angle. So the drone is trying to move forward a little bit and it tilts down, and when the camera is all the way down, it cannot move like so, because it basically means that the camera has to look backwards. So I understand why this issue is happening. However, it wasn't that prominent on the previous Mavic Mini. I would like to point out that I'm not trying to hate on the drone. I would like it to be successful. I want to keep using it. I just want to share my first impressions, which were a bit negative because of these issues. However, I will try to go around them and try to use it in a certain way that doesn't make these issues as prominent as they were in my first flight. With that being said, there were a couple of things which I really enjoyed, and the first thing is the camera quality. The camera quality was a lot better than what I expected. It's nothing like the original Mavic Mini, and it's not so much because of the resolution. The 4K 30 is not as a huge difference compared to 2.7K 30. However, the footage just looks so much better. The original Mini's footage was just always too saturated, always too sharp, and it wasn't very pleasant to look at. Now, with the new Mini 2, I feel like it has a lot more dynamic range. It looks so much better, and that's the reason why I didn't edit anything in the footage you saw. I like to shoot everything in auto when I first try out a new drone, so I can see how the drone takes those decisions, what shutter speeds to use, how to expose for a certain area. And I have to be honest, I'm really impressed with how the footage looks like. So I'm excited to keep trying out this drone and keep checking out new things about it. However, these were just my first impressions that were not perfect. But I hope you guys will appreciate the honesty, and stay tuned for more videos which I have planned for the Mini 2 coming very, very soon. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Stay tuned for more videos, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.